I get shit done, I have fun. It's my time and I'm the one. I'm breaking through.
The power of focus and how to get more stuff done. That's what we're going to talk about today. For a few minutes, I'm your host, Coach Phil. If you're watching us live, thank you for being here. Much appreciated. If you're watching us on the replay, let us know, #replay, and where you're watching us from. Appreciate that. Any comments and feedback you have also is greatly appreciated. And if you would be a supporter of our YouTube channel and subscribe, that would also be a great thing from our point of view to get your support. The numbers are climbing, but let's get the message out there from when we have other guests come in here. We can share the message, and you just never know whose life will change because you shared this out with somebody. So in the meantime, what I would like you to do as we're going through today's episode is to be wonderful, like the you in wonderful is. It represents you. Normally I do that at the end, but I wanted to shake things up and do something a little bit different. Let's go to my sponsor. So if you would like to get an idea of what your business growth score is, you're able to get that at coachphil.ca. On that page at the top right-hand corner, you'll see the link to do it. Just go there, answer the questions, and see what it tells you. If you want assistance with that, would like a complimentary coaching session, we can make that happen and set it up. But again, there's no charge. Just to give you a little bit of a hand up, if you get the assessment done and it reaffirms what you're doing is great, that's fantastic. That's also a good thing. Anyhow, today is about the power of focus. There's a number of books written with that kind of content written in it. But what I wanted to do was share a few nuggets that have showed up in my life along the way around getting more stuff done, like it says in the title, right? And what we're looking at is the power of focus is concentrated effort. There was an article interview done, I don't know, about 8 years ago, I think it was, but it was done in Success Magazine. And what they had done is a study of effectiveness with people. And they uncovered or discovered that the power of focus is an amazing tool. And if we're multitasking, which means we're not really focusing a concentrated laser type focus, we end up losing quite a bit of time. And what the study uncovered was how much time we lose. And what it uncovered was, just think, you're writing an email and you've got the passion and you've got the drive and you've got the storyline that you want to talk about in the email, and you've got an open door policy and you've got people coming in, they interrupt you as you're writing in this email in the flow, and you stop doing the email, you start having a conversation with them, deal with that situation, and then get back to the email. Well, you now need to forget about what you just talked about, get back into the zone, regroup, energize yourself, and get refocused on writing that email. And what happens is the time lag that takes. Now, the study did tell us about how much time they found that took up, but I don't recall what the numbers are. What I do recall, though, is if you're doing that, not having focused effort or concentrated effort, they determined that you're losing your effectiveness as much as 25%. So big deal, right? But extrapolate that over a year. What's 25% of a year? That's 90 days, 1 quarter. So it really is a costly activity. So today I wanted to share with you a couple of tips and tricks. Just say hello to Robert. Good morning, sir. Good to see you. through the pandemic, I've met a whole bunch of different people because we all needed to regroup and find a place to get focused on connecting with people. And the internet made that possible. And platforms like Zoom and StreamYard and other things like that made it possible. And why am I talking about that? Well, one of the people that I met along the way was an author, Michael Heppel. And he's written a book called 17. And it's all about getting more stuff done. In that book, he talks about chunking down your time into 17-minute chunks. And the reason for doing that is often we have this voice in our head that talks us out of doing things. And if we just chunk it down to 17 minutes, we'll be surprised at how much more we can actually get done. So I've taken that over the last year and a half and applied it in my own life and running my own business and doing the projects that I have. And when I've got that monkey brain going on and talking about all the reasons why it can't be done, it's all the reasons to get in the way, all the obstacles, all the impossibilities of accomplishing it, I just relax, put on the 17-minute timer. Or if I think I need more, I'll do a 34-minute chunk. And what I found is I get more done in the 17 minutes or the 34 minutes, depending on what increment I use. And it quiets down that negative voice. And I get projects done with less stress and I get more shit done, as my intro says. Another aspect of the power of focus is, I don't know if you've known this or not, but one of the most powerful forces in the world is under our control, our complete control. But what's important is how do we use it determines what happens to us in our life. And here's what I mean by that. So if you're a parent or a teacher, think back to how many times you've told or asked your kids to pay attention. I'll bet it was more than once. You probably do it quite a bit, and because you know it's important. I'm curious though, if you're really understanding the power of focused attention, or you're just dictating to have people get things done. An example here that I've got from one of my mentors, he talks about, have you asked you to think about, have you ever played tennis? And when you're on time on the court is almost up, you actually say to your partner, okay, we've only got a few minutes left, so let's really do our best. Suddenly, instead of volleys that last for 5 or 6 returns, they go on for 5 or 10 minutes. Or perhaps you've put off working on a project until the last possible minute, cramming for exams, writing that report, getting a proposal done, those kind of things. Then you amaze yourself with how much you get done in an incredibly short space of time. It's like preparing to go on holidays, but you've got 2 weeks worth of work to do and only a week to get her done. Well, you find a way to get it done. Think about those times. But it's not the deadline itself that boosts the productivity and your effectiveness. It's the incredible power of being totally focused, having attention on the project or the goal that you have in mind. Concentrated effort, just like I was talking about in the Success Magazine's article, that we're at risk of wasting 25% of our time. And if we do that on a consistent basis over the course of a year, that's like 90 days. It's like the whole summer you've wasted, or winter, with unfocused effort. Now you're not doing it all in one big chunk. You're nipping away at it over the course of a year. So I would say, what I'd ask you, is it like crazy, maybe even ridiculous of me to suggest that you concentrate, have focused effort so that you can help yourself get more stuff done? And there's absolutely no reason why you can't perform this way all the time. All you need to do is decide and determine that you want to be a peak performer and make it a goal. And if you're challenged with that, that's one of the things I help my clients with, is to help them get focused on the high priority activities. So the 80-20 rule, doing the 20% of the functions or activities or tasks that generate 80% return on energy, time, and investment. At the end of today, I'm going to show you a link to get your saboteur assessment, which is really a way to help you understand which voices in your head might be getting in the way. But before I do that, and wrap this up today. I have a no-face name. Hey, Coach. Hi, whoever you are. Glad to see you. With StreamYard, you have to actually give it permission at Facebook. Oh, it's Eric Bam. Look, I just got information as to who it is. Yes, Eric, you're an amazing dude. You get a lot of stuff done, and focus bursts are really powerful sort of things to do. I think that's one of the reasons why those that do the what the heck is the name of it? CrossFit. That's their whole thing. Is focused effort gets better results. So I agree. It's a successful, easier way to get more stuff done. Anyway, I want to promise you this. Let me just put it on the banner here, and I'm going to go find it. What we have here is one of the things to help us with getting more stuff done is building up our mental fitness muscle. Just like if you are going to a gym, you want to build up your core, your biceps, triceps. It takes repetition and it takes physical activity. Well, the same is true with building up your mental fitness. Now, if I could just find the banner I want to show you guys, I will put it up here. Here it is right here. If you went to positiveintelligence.com/saboteurs, you can have a complimentary assessment. Again, it's free. The only thing is, if you do that, I would like to gift you a 20-minute debriefing about it, because some of the things that you might see in there might be foreign to you, and I just want to help you understand it. And if that's of interest to you, certainly go to positiveintelligence.com/saboteurs, and then let me know that you've done that. Let's set up a time, complimentary, and let's go over it. Take 20 minutes and understand what it's really telling you in that assessment. Look at that. Even my buddy Melanie's here watching on LinkedIn. Good day, Melanie. We're about to wrap up because this is a short visit with Coach Phil on the Business Renovator. I just wanted to make sure that you guys are looking at concentrated, focused effort, because when you do that, you can get more stuff done. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. So remember the 17-minute strategy. I love that strategy. And if you need a little bit more time, double it up. Put a timer on your phone, turn your phone upside down so you can't see the timer, and do the work. Get after it and hear the timer go off. What I found is quite often the thing that I was working on, I got it done in less time than I'd allocated on the timer. And then what you do after that is you take a bit of a break and give yourself a reward. Maybe you go for a latte. Maybe you go for a short walk. Maybe you do something else. But remember to always have fun doing what you're doing. And hello, Melanie. Appreciate you being here. And that's a wrap for us today. And again, remember, let me throw this up one more time. I just cannot not bring it up. Let's just bring this up. Wonderful is spelt this way to remind you to be you, your wonderful self. Till next time, I'm Coach Phil, and this is a wrap on this version of the Business Renovator.
I get shit done, I have fun, it's my time and I'm the one. I'm breaking through.